It's Ian from Martio here. Welcome to A Perfect Side, where I listen to an album and then go, that's my favourite side. And today we've got one of the great symphonic synthesized pop albums, the breakthrough album for the Human League, Dare. Now, Human League were formed in 1977 in Sheffield, and it wasn't until this album Dare that they attained that commercial success. Now, Dare is their third studio album, and it was released in October of 1981. It followed the departure of founding members Martin Ware, Iain, Craig Marsh, and then the band sorted from their avant-garde electronic sound towards the pop-friendly, led by frontman Phil Oakey, of course. So on here we have Ian Burden on synthesizers, Joe Callis on synthesizers, the wonderful Joanne Catherall on vocals, Phil Oakey vocal synthesizers, and Susan Sully on the vocals, and Adrian Ripe on slides and occasional synthesizer. So side one opens up with a thing called the Things That Dreams Are Made Of. What a great opening. Dum 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 dum. Well, I love that sort of high-pitched synthesizer on it. A great vocal from Phil Oakey, and it mentions Norman Wisdom, which is just interesting, isn't it? There's the instrumental version on Dance, and the dance instrumental version album they did is brilliant as well. Absolutely cracking track to open the album. Up next is a single, and out of the three singles, the big three singles on here, this is the one that's sort of, well, there's four, isn't there? Sorry. This is the one that sort of gets forgotten about, and it's the brilliant Open Your Heart. Once again, you've got that quirky little high pitch keyboard. You've got the wonderful backing vocals of Joanne and Susan, and there's a little run in this on the keyboards that you don't notice unless you hear the instrumental. Terrific track, one of my favourite singles on this album. Up next is my favourite song on this album, and probably my favourite song by the Human League. It's Sound of the Crowd. I mean, the first time I saw this on Top of the Pops, it totally blew me away, because we've got Phil Oakey with all his hair down one side. You got these girls that weren't much older than me at the time, 3 years older than me. I mean, they are not much older than me, the two girls, and they were pretty hello sort of thing, and it's just got a quirky track. I love the whoa, 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 boom, 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 boom. I love this track. One of my favourite synth pop songs as well. Okay, the next track is one of the deep cut tracks on here, and it's called Darkness. It's a very sinister sounding track. It's a great vocal from Phil. It's sinister. That keyboard is very eerie. A really good track that shows that they can go from doing this pop stuff to this more deep, meaningful. Then we have the last track on side one, Do or Die. The sequencing on this is really good. The vocals are great. You've got Phil and the girls, they really sound good. You've got this bathy synth song on it. Fantastic track to end side one. So let's flip it over to side two. And the first track on here is one that I'm not very keen on. It's only a minute long, and it's called Get Carter. It's an instrumental, and it just doesn't do anything for me. I just find it a little bit odd. The next track is another one of the deep cuts on here, and it's called I Am the Law. Once again, it's a very deep one again. It's got some nice keyboard pieces on this. I'm not a big fan of it, but I do like take the vocals away and I do like the sort of sound. Then we have a fantastic track, Seconds. I love this. It's got this sort of industrial sound on it. Lovely keyboard sequencing in it again, and you've got a great vocal from Phil. Absolutely top draw stuff. Then my second favourite song on here, Love Action, I Believe in Love. It's probably one of the best songs I ever did as well. I love that push and that bassy sound, and I love there's a lot of really groovy bit on it and on the keyboards. You got the girls' backing vocals sound great. Just an all-round good pop song from the 80s. And the last track is the big hit, their biggest hit, Don't You Want Me Baby. I remember when I heard this first, I really liked it, but unfortunately these days it's overplayed. To be quite honest, I don't think it's their best. It may be their best-selling single, but it's not the best track on the album. I like it. I like the video to it, but I prefer other tracks. So there we go. I've always said this is probably one of the most important synth pop albums ever released. They were doing things that no other band were doing as well. So to decide what my favourite album on this side on this was really difficult. So it went down in the end to the songs that I'm not so keen on, that established how I was going to do this. So side one, you've got two great singles, a great opening track, Darkness and the wonderful Do or Die. Side two to me is the weaker side. You know where we're going. Get Carter, I'm not really into that, or I Am the Law. But the last three tracks are just quality. Seconds, Love Action and Don't You Want Me. Brilliant songs. But when it boils down to it, for me, it's side one. It's flawless. You've got funky stuff, you've got deep stuff, you've got poppy stuff. It's catchy. The whole side, it just lights you up from that first track. That first track is the perfect track to open an album with, of this sort of genre. Absolutely brilliant. So today I'm going to go with side one of Dare. Okay, don't forget tonight at 5 p.m. the draw. We've done the draw. It's been done. And it's all ready to go. So it'll be up on the channel at 5 p.m. so you can see if you're in it, see who you're got in the next round, because it's now the knockout stage. It's two songs up against each other. Winner goes through to the quarter-final, of course. So apart from that, that's all for today. We'll be back tomorrow. A busy day tomorrow. We're kicking off with a birthday top 10, and it's for a chap called Daniel, who's actually one of Hugh Scott's cousins. I think that's the last of the family for this year. Then we've got an album ranking of ex-Hawkwind man and the late Nick Turner. And then retro ranking tomorrow is soundtracks and bits of music from the wonderful Mr. Hans Zimmer. So that's all coming up tomorrow. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.